Now, Alhaitham is coming out in a couple of days, and we do finally have all of the 4 stars on the banner, but MIHOYO may have made me skip this banner. He's been looking pretty fine, pretty awesome. He's going to be a main 5-star Dendro on-field damage dealer. So the banner 4 stars that we have, obviously the brand new Yao Yao, which we'll talk about in this video as well. Xinyan, who's getting reran here again, which seems maybe just a little bit too soon. She has been one of my favorite characters, like aesthetically, but I could never really make her work the way that I wanted to make her work. We've tried everything for Xinyan. And then obviously we have the lovely Yunjin, who is a character that a lot of players, especially me, you can use Yunjin for a lot of normal attack focused characters in Genshin to make them do even extra work. I use her a lot of the time with Noelle, but you can also use her with other characters that you may like, such as like Rosaria. Anyone who does a lot of normal attacks in your party, Yunjin's going to be awesome for you to pick up. So if that doesn't fit your playstyle, but you still want some of these 4 stars, your other option in patch 3.4 is going to be the rerun of Xiao, who also is an on-field main DPS character, Animo instead of Dendro though. Now, if you don't want any of these 5-star characters, you're saving your pity for someone who I will probably be saving my pity for, which we'll discuss briefly in this video. You are going to have access to the Lantern Rite Festival event, and in that festival event, you're going to be able to pick a select amount of different 4-star characters there for free. Yao Yao is on there as well. Now, you're not going to be able to pick her for free right away day one. Usually that's going to happen with, as the Lantern Rite Festival unlocks over time, you'll be able to eventually pick one of those characters. They have said Yao Yao is there for free. I'd be surprised if Yunjin's not there as well. So a lot of you guys might be saving your 5-star pity for a future character, but let's talk about the 2 new characters briefly. But Alhaitham, if you are looking for a new Dendro damage dealer, a main DPS, I should say, if there's a character that can ooze with some drip, it is going to be Alhaitham. He's got some really cool looking stuff. The ability for him to do the chiseled light mirror mechanic is pretty nice. If you've always liked and enjoyed the Kaching style gameplay, I'm not saying he's a Kaching clone. He does have, swords and stuff. He teleports. It's kind of there. He'll be played a little bit differently, but it's kind of there. If that's something that's super awesome for you and intriguing for you and that fits your playstyle, then you'll be able to have a good time with Alhaitham as well. However, if that doesn't fit your playstyle, then you'll probably want to be passing on the Alhaitham Banner. Now, as far as the weapon that's coming with Alhaitham, the Light of the Foliar Incision, which is going to be a new 5-star sword. It's going to have its own banner. It gives you bonus crit rate. It's also going to boost up your normal attack damage when you're doing elemental damage. You're going to be able to boost up your elemental skills as well. It's going to be a very, very nice weapon for him. In fact, the only thing that beats the Light of Foliar Incision sword is going to be a higher ranked version. At R1, this thing is either a little bit better than or a slightly bit worse than Mistsplitter R5. All the other different R5 5-star weapons are going to either be a tiny bit better, which I think is only true in the case of the Mistsplitter, or just worse than an R1 version of this sword. So if you're an Alhaitham fan, you want to make him do a bunch of damage, this thing is going to be exceptionally powerful for him, as it does have 5-star base attack. It also has crit damage as the secondary stat, and it gives you bonus crit rate, and on top of that, boosts to elemental skill damage, normal attack damage, all of that stuff. And that's a lot for its skill, the White Moon Bristle, to allow you to have. That's why it's the best weapon for Alhaitham by far, but not really surprising anyone in Genshin Impact nowadays. Now, what we've seen from Yao Yao so far, she is going to be a Dendro healer. She can apply Dendro with her rabbit. She can heal with her rabbits. Her elemental burst as well is going to allow you to throw a ton of rabbits and radishes everywhere to both apply Dendro as well as heal you. She doesn't need a lot of constellations to sort of work. However, she's not like broken, but she's a little bit special, but not broken. I'd rate her like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 character, depending on where you are in Genshin. If you really need a healer or a character like Yao Yao on your account, she does have one super cool, unique thing that you can try to take advantage of here, and that's going to be with Nilou, right? If Nilou is in your party, you're doing a Bloom team, it's really hard to keep up healing if you're trying to do a triple Dendro and then Nilou as the sole elemental mastery stacker blower up character, right, in the Bloom team, because we didn't have a Dendro healer before. And if you only had one Hydro character in the form of Nilou, you couldn't run any healers. Now, Yao Yao is going to be able to make you able to do that triple Dendro one Nilou team and also have heals available for you. Now, is it going to be enough healing? That's for your gear and her kit to decide at the end of the day. but she does look a little bit cool, a little bit special. She's kind of healing over time. She's not a big burst healer like Barbara, but I think a lot of players out there are going to be able to use her in Bloom teams. And I do believe that she also has a passive effect where she takes less dendro damage, which helps out in Bloom teams as well, because you do hit yourself a little bit for Bloom every once in a while. So all in all, pretty cool, but you can also pick her up for free from the Lantern Rite Festival, which is going to be something that maybe may make you want to pass on the Alhaitham and Xiao banners with these 4 stars. Now, as far as the viability of some of these other 4 stars, Xinyan, we've been messing around with since she was first available. We had a Constellation 6 one. You're able to do some cool stuff with her, but she has a lot of downsides. We've tried her out in so many different builds with all of these different constellations, from a Serpentstein build to a Skyward Pride build to a Wolf's Gravestone build, Unforged build, Redhone Stonethresher build, to try to make, you know, sense of her. When your charge attack is hitting, you get bonus damage based off your defense to double down on that. None of them really seem to be super special. Yeah, you can get stuff done with her, but she needs so much more investment and so much more team party synergy. It's just really hard to get her to be the max amount of power that she can be on your account. I like her as a character aesthetically, and I really want that Claymore Pyro play style. But with her doing physical damage, half it physical, half it pyro, she wants to have superconduct, but she's pyro, so it's really awkward to get superconduct up sometimes, because sometimes she overloads, sometimes she melts. You know, sometimes she prevents you from superconducting and makes other people overload or other people melt. It's really hard to get a lot of value from her nowadays. And even though she is near and dear to my heart, I have not used her for a long time. And that's going to be a character that a lot of people are going to be passing on this banner just because Xinyan is on it. But thankfully, there is a good 4-star character that we can talk about here. Character obviously is going to be Yunjin. Yunjin is a fantastic 4-star character, if not one of my most favorite ones to have come out in Genshin Impact in a long time. Now, we've been using her low constellation levels, high constellation levels, a lot of old guides on the channel. If you want to check those out, I'll try to remember to leave them pinned in the comment section or the description for you guys. And she's a fantastic monster. So what Yunjin does for you, if your playstyle involves a lot of normal attacks, if that's what you love to do, run around in the world, you're in Abyss, you're doing an event, whatever, if you're using a character who just does a lot of normal attacks, Yunjin is going to be there for you. And she's very easy to build as well. She really kind of only really needs the defense stat as well as some energy recharge. If you want to go above and beyond that, give her some crit chance, crit damage, you can do that too. But mainly, you're just looking for defense, energy recharge. And if you just have access to the Husk of Opulent Dreams, throw it around, you know, give her some main stat, defense percent, try to get some defense percent substats. This is going to be a character that kind of builds herself for you. If you have a battle pass weapon like the Deathmatch laying around, anything that gives crit rate, anything that gives energy to recharge, Favonius Lance works super well. You can do a lot of cool stuff with Yunjin, and you don't need to have a specific mono geo really good with Noelle. No, it's for any normal attacker, and if you're doing multiple different elements, playing around with some of your favorites, it makes her even better because of her Ascension, the Breaking Conventions, which is going to buff up her boost to all your characters' normal attacks based on how many different elements you have in your party. So have an easy to build character who can really augment a lot of super fun play styles where you just get in there and start sweeping time, or whatever character it is that you're using, trying out wonky builds. Yeah, we even used her with Xinyan before to try to boost up how much damage we could do. If that's something you want to do, have fun in Genshin Impact, I would look no further than Yunjin, and she is on this banner, and she does have a couple of great constellations. The big one here that a lot of people like to go for is the attack speed. It's fairly nice. It's not game breaking. It might make the game feel a little bit more fluid for you. Depending on your ping, you might be able to get a couple more attacks in during certain buff windows, depending on what team composition, right? More attacks during your Bennett ult, whatever it is that you want to be doing there, that can help out as well. You also have access to free defense buff from her on C4, but she doesn't really need a ton of different constellations. C2's nice for 15% normal attack damage, but the base kit that Yunjin has for your party in the buffing of the normal attack damage is just awesome. And when you look at the banners, 4 stars that they've ran, yeah, there could be some other cool characters for newer players to get access to, right? The good old Bennett, Ping Chu, Fischl could be in there. All of those powerful 4-stars that have been around, they're always nice to see on the banner. However, if you're a newer player, Dendro Alhaitham, unless he's going to be right in your playstyle, it could be a banner that you're willing to pass on. You can maybe pick these characters up because they don't necessarily need a lot of constellations. Maybe one will be in the Stardust store. Maybe you can get one of them from the Lantern Rite Festival. And that's really all you need for 4 stars. You can pick up Yao Yao Yunjin. Good to go if that's allowed to happen there. You'll be able to get at least one from Lantern Rite, but we'll have to stay tuned to see what's going to be in the Stardust rotation, and that could be something that would allow you to entirely skip the Alhaitham Shao banners and pick up the 4 stars that we were looking for anyway and save that pity for somebody else. And that character you might be saving your pity for, the one I'm definitely saving my pity for, is this girl, Dea. She is the epitome of, man, do I look super sweet. Claymore character as well. We're big fans of Claymores on the channel here. We're big fans of having fun with Yunjin. Hopefully they'll work well together and we can save our pity to get access to her when she is released in the following patch, because she has been leaked already by MIHOYO themselves on Twitter just earlier today, and she will be the new 5-star in 3.5 or whatever it is going to be coming out in Genshin Impact. This is going to be a 3.5. Is it going to be 4.0? I'm not actually sure. I've been gone a little bit there, and a new 4-star Mika as well, but I can't waste my pity on a character right now when she's about to drop. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what your decision is going to be. Have fun out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.